Well, we made it. Like, took a while, late start, you know. We left at 5:30 Friday after a discouraging time there at the shop. Made it to Tennessee, somewhere in Tennessee. Slept and then drove the remaining almost 11 hours of actual driving, plus fuel stops and everything else. Bob's got a tiny little tank. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, tiny tank. He's got a tiny tank in his truck. And I got a bigger tank. But so I was able to go a little further, even though he was drafting behind me and getting like 5 more miles per gallon than me. So he doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to draft him all the way home when we do leave to make up for the cost of extra fuel I had to pay for. But anyways, I think the plan is to get a heater, because it's a tropical 34 or 33 degrees right now, but get a heater so we can come back tomorrow and we can adjust valves and do everything else that we got to do. But for now, we're I don't know, we're on hook, so we have a truck again, get our luggage out of here, and probably unstrap the car just so it's ready to go, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So I'm gonna get to it. All right, so day 0, we're all teched in. We got everything unloaded. It was a crispy 19 degrees when we got here this morning. Having a slight issue. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but the car is just not running well, even when it does have temperature in it. EGTs are hot on almost every hole, and oil temps are creeping up there probably because of that. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna do a valve adjustment because we need to do that anyways. I'm not saying that's the problem, but it needs to happen. So it's up to temperature, so we're gonna go ahead and get that knocked out. And I just keep trying different things, playing with the different O2 sensors. The 8 wide bands are definitely helping because I can figure out what's actually correct versus side to side. They're not agreeing at idle. So, but with the 8 O2s that we have in there that we sell, it's telling me that it was rich. So I can look at the richer O2 sensor and say, hey, that's the one that's actually correct. We do have 2 different length sniffer tubes on it currently, so I think that's the problem, but we can fix that later as long as we have one good O2 sensor working and they match. I think we're heading in the right direction. I made sure that the methanol injectors weren't leaking by unhooking the meth pump. So that's not the problem because nothing really changed there. But yeah, we're gonna run through the valves and then start it back up, and maybe that, if they're off by that much, that could be a problem. We did set them up a little loose. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We have to do a little checklist, check trans fluid and cam sync stuff, and take the airbag out of the back, and just a bunch of little stuff. So we're going to, I'll probably start getting the projects ready to go up and do all that stuff and just try to get everything ready to go. We're supposed to start testing around 12:30, track permitting and temperature, and because it's cold. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's real cold. So we're gonna see what we get.
Man, I wasn't expecting that. Look at that.
I'm just hooking up the battery charger. Problem is not resolved with what we had going on. Still just not running correctly or at all. So we're going to try a new set of plugs in it just in case when we're trying to get it to start back at the shop it killed them, or trying to start it over there, but it seems like it just keeps getting worse. So we don't want to, we got to try to do something. I don't think it's tune related. So yeah, got to start with something. So we're going to try plugs next. Yeah. Maybe.
Holding. still going up, but it's slow. Still going up.
But it should hit it pretty quick.
Okay.
Same. Like cylinder 1 is by far the hottest, by like 400 degrees. Like, why is that one over 1400? And it all, not all, but there's 4 hot cylinders, and it's not side by side. You know what I mean? Like,
so other than all this data you have, how's it run?
I don't know. Like, it almost seems like a little lazy when you rev it, but I don't. I mean, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hurt anything. I get backfired once out of one of the holes. So no matter what, I need to move. I need to move the cam sync just a nudge, one way or the other.
The sensor on the front?
Yeah. Like, I think we just need to loosen something and try to, like, just a wee bit. But I don't know. I don't know what else to think or do. All right. So after talking to Nick at Brian Tooley Racing, the guy that designed the camshaft, he said to expect lesser in vacuum than what you had with that much more overlap. So we're gonna guess on the tune-up and see if we can at least make something happen, and hopefully still get it down the track today before they close the lanes and testing. So that's what we're gonna do. You grab the jack out of from behind it. What's that? You did or didn't? Sounds good.
Spicy.
Thanks, FedEx, for having me do this down here. I really appreciate it. Not doing this on Tuesday. A warm shop.
Alright, so not what we were looking for. I think it's just making too much power. I got back in it and it shook really bad. Like, it felt really violent. So I don't know. I'll have to look at the drive shaft data and make sure it's not just unbalanced tires or something. But it was definitely all that wasn't great. But we went, I'm sure it spun within the 60, but that was still a 123. So I'm assuming it spun before that, just from the feel of it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll look at the data and go from there, but I'm going to run back up front and help check on Bob.
Well, no pass today. Got out there too late. Sun's down. Track is cold. Like, I think when Chuck went, it was 51 degrees, and it was going to be probably another half hour or more before I would go, if I was lucky. And then, but we were trying, and then somebody oiled down the track, and I decided just to call it because the track was going to get too bad as it was. So, it is what it is. We did a 2-step check. We drove her around a little bit. Changed the push rod, so I got the right push rods in it now. So, feel a little better about tomorrow, especially seeing some cars go down today, and the fact that they went down. I think we'll be okay tomorrow. It's still gonna be a nerve-wracking thing in the morning when these cars are cold again. I look forward to tomorrow and probably Georgia being done. Then I'll feel good again. Is what it is. Hopefully she goes straight tomorrow, and that's it. It's gonna get dark. It's gonna get cold real fast, so we gotta clean up our spot here, I think, and move. I think I'll see, but I'm gonna assume we'll try to put the trailers in impound tonight, so that way we're done. But we'll see what Chuck thinks. Go from there.
It's day 1, Gainesville. Sick week, 2026. 26. It's a cold day here in Florida, Gainesville.
It's 40.
It's 40 now. It was 28 when we pulled in this morning at 7:15. We did our driver's meeting. Now we're waiting. We'll be pretty late in the run order. I think they're just trying to get some heat in the track, hopefully, and make it nice and cozy for us to make some good passes. Had a small issue with the headers rubbing the tires, or the tires rubbing the headers. One's stationary, one's not. Yesterday, I think we might have it remedied. We raised the front end just a smidgen. We also made a limiting factor to go so it can't go down too far, and also raised compression. Pretty much full tight, so that hopefully it doesn't sink as much as we're doing things. And put a little bit of anti-roll bar in it because it was wanting to drive right just a little bit. We're going to leave the tune-up the same. I'm hoping that track temps are just higher and it sticks and everything's happy. We may or may not raise the limiter for separation. We haven't decided on that yet. But all the shock adjustments are made. Everything else is good, I think. Fuel's in it. What about you, Bob?
I have no idea.
Typical, but
worse than usual, I think.
Yeah. We did put a tune-up in it yesterday that he didn't get to
change
use.
Some stuff.
But
we 2-step checked. And it works. It's a little faster than it was before, so that's cool.
yeah, a little more motor.
Yeah.
Probably a little more ring
cam and
in
stuff.
it. It's not as wore out.
Yeah. Not as seated either.
Yeah. But I think that's...
Well, I need to go buy fuel. I have fuel, but I just want to get some now.
Bob should buy more fuel. I think he's going to buy more fuel.
Yeah. I think that's all
I still
got.
have a couple gallons. I have enough to make 2 passes, and if I need to do more than that, we'll go get more fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what we need yet, so I'm going to pretend like this is my only pass. So we're gonna probably have to drive it. I'm just assuming I'll pedal it. I'll do whatever I have to do. Ultimately, if we can go faster than 750 on this pass, I'll just be happy. Like for the first pass on the car.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. I would absolutely love to have a 6-second pass out of the rip.
Yeah,
I feel like
too for you.
I feel like we have a 19 to a 20, 60 foot in it. I don't know if that's enough. The air is phenomenal. Negative 2,000 feet right now. I think it'll still be negative 1,500 when we go to make our pass, or close to. Yesterday it made
anything.
Yeah, it made 46 pounds of boost.
Oh.
Yesterday, just over, almost 47 pounds of boost when right before it hit the rev limiter when it spun.
Dang.
So it's making more. It used to make 42
Spicy.
at 750 feet DA. Barometer's really high at 30.32. Yesterday it was 30.18. So it's spicy air.
It's definitely spicy air.
So I feel like even if we go 120, it might have enough to do it out the back if everything else goes 100% A-okay. It's a tall order, I think, but I don't know. We got to try, right?
That's right.
I think that's it.
We should have set a good first day pass. I think no matter what, like if we're not 100% happy,
just get ready to
make another one.
Yep. We won't have a whole lot of time because we're so late in the run order.
Yeah.
But we'll have enough time. Just have fans ready to go. Bring it back, start cooling it down, have the fuel ready. So we might have a half hour, we might have an hour and a half or 2 hours, but I want to be 100% ready to go. I think that's it.
Yep.
Kenneth, you're good? When he does that, that means he's good, actually, just so if anyone's wondering. So, okay, we'll go get ready and wait. We're gonna go wait. Okay, cool. All right, so I don't have my slip on me, but I went like a 730 something. A really good pedal in it, maybe 2 pedals in it. It was a 122 60 foot, which is kind of what we figured it would go, just to try to get on the board. But I mean, that would have probably been easily a 7.0 pass. Still 194, so that's not too shabby on the mile an hour for everything that we just did. But it's shaking really bad up there. Still looks like the tires rub the headers, so that's still another problem that we have to figure out. And then the grills are falling out of it also. So I have to do some riveting and epoxying and some things and stuff to make that work also. So, and it's not charging. So we'll kind of figure out where we're at, what we're gonna do, and what the issues are, and then kind of go from there. So we give it a good once over. So I'm gonna do that and see how it goes.
Okay, at least we got a little bit of data on that.
Yeah.
That was a pedal job though.
Yeah. Try not to, you know, bang the blower or anything.
I don't know.
Hard,
I'm like, oh, okay, like it's like pretty smooth. Actually.
Yeah.
Are they okay?
It wasn't smooth at all. Like it was. It went into tire shake and then it spun, and then the whole way through there it was just terrible.
How are we on our?
Oh, they both rubbed. Well, that one did. It's rubbed the tire. Like you can see it in the tire.
Enough where you're scared, or?
No, I just.
Oh, okay.
Just a little cosmetic, just a slight flesh wound. The epoxy broke on the grills, so rivets it is. I got a guy. He'll give me some touch-up paint in no time. See if he could next day it. You know? I think we're going to try to make another one because Morris has gone faster than us, and I don't know who else is in the class, and I really want to get it quarantined. So I think the team wants to make another pass. There's a vibration that we don't know what it is, but we think it might still be rubbing the header. We know it's rubbing the headers, and maybe that's what the vibration is, but we're going to crank up the front end a little bit more and see if that has anything to do with it. So I'm going to crank up the front end.
All right, well, in the lanes, one positive thing about it being cold is I'm not sweating. I have no idea what this car is going to do, so I'm a little nervous about that. But hopefully it goes semi-straight, doesn't do a massive wheelie, doesn't spin. we have a decent pass. Something faster than 750, I'd feel okay. So we're gonna see. A little nervous, and I have to pee. But you know, everything's gonna be fine. Alright, something happened. Apparently I put out a bunch of smoke, it looks like. We were cleaning the track or looking at the track. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to get out and look and be right back. There's oil everywhere on the driver's side. I'm not sure if I blew a valve cover gasket or something else, but we'll let you know. I was like, okay, it didn't feel like a shift. I grabbed the shifter and pedaled in, got back in it, and all that fun stuff. And then I go through the eyes and look in the mirror, and I'm like, huh, that's a lot of smoke back there. Wonder what that's from. Well, now she's leaking. It's all over the wheel. Like, puddled on the wheel. Get her cleaned up, and these valve cover gaskets are discontinued because everybody has problems with them. I've never had a problem with them until yesterday and today. So we're gonna fix it right here with any luck. Then I'm gonna drive it back. I double check trans fluid because like I said, I don't think it shifted. But what do we got? 767 with some pedaling and letting off early, and I'm not upset. It's doable. So we're gonna fix it here and see what we can do. Yay, day one. 124.60 with a 316 to the 330, a 473 at 149.4 with a to a 769 at only 148. Good start. It's not bad. I'm not upset at that. Yeah, hold on to that and don't lose that because we might end up having to turn it in.
Yes.
So, the truck obviously needs to make another pass. So, we'll try to get this thing squared away and
Cleaned up, and
if we're ready, we're ready. If we're not, then we're not. It's that simple, right?
we're gonna try.
We're gonna try. Gasket got a cut in it. How did that happen? It's more like it can't be just that. Almost got it your way.
You got oil pressure?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I need that.
I don't need that. No. Pull the oil pan. I gotta drop the K member. Not all the way out, but enough. I don't know if maybe the best course of action is to maybe pull all the plugs first, make it dip it.
It pierced it.
Yep, and fell back in. Yeah. If any rods have any hits on them, like it's not worth it. Brand new block, you know. Well, first time for everything. I'm out. Had a product failure. Hindsight, probably should have welded these in, but the factory installed Mallory from the crank manufacturer came out. I'm not gonna say whose crankshaft it is or where we got it from, but it was like it was one of the first runs of them. Yeah, the piece came out and something hit it, either the counterweight or a rod, and shoved it through the pan. So we got a hole in the pan and a chunk of Mallory. So that's it. Out. So get back, get the motor out, figure out a different crankshaft, something a little better, a lot better, and go from there. Might go down in cubes. Wasn't a huge fan of the 4-inch stroke of this crank as it was, but I wasn't gonna argue with it, so I think we'll go back down to the 3/800 stroke. I don't know, we'll see. Gotta make some phone calls, see what salvageable, everything looks like it's fine. The little bit that I looked under there, so is what it is. Now we gotta put the suspension back together so we can put the wheels back on it, and then we'll get it loaded in the trailer here and assess what we're doing the rest of the day. And Chuck's gonna be going up here shortly, so, well, we'll be making a pass here shortly. He's already up there, so I'd like to go watch that as well.
All right, so I'm standing here with Kenny. He's a very talented young man. Very young, very nice beard, right? Very cool too. He even wears them at night. That's how cool he is. So we found some things, and I don't know if it's a cause or effect thing, but all this tire shake has loosened a lot of things. Trans cooler was falling off. Transmission bolts were mostly loose. So all that's tight now. We kind of raised the front end a little bit. We checked everything we possibly could think of to check, and we're just going to make another hit. We have something to turn in, and if it feels bad, I'll just lift because I already have something else to turn in. We will try to give it a little bit more in the 60 foot, and then we also did a timing retard during the shift. It shook at the shift and then knocked the tire off. So we pulled 5 degrees during the shift, and hopefully that calms that down a little bit, but also ramping it in a little sooner I think will also help. So don't really know, but if it still vibrates, I'm pretty much at a loss. I don't know what else it could be. Everything else looks good. All the wheel weights are there everywhere, and it's pretty aggressive. Probably some of the most aggressive I've felt. So, but it's not. It doesn't look to be tire shake with the drive shaft speed. Anybody that's ever watched anything I've done, I get a lot of tire shake sometimes. Depending on what track we're at, usually on drag and drives, you get a lot of tire shake. So it's not that. Looking at the log, not really sure. So we're gonna go. We're gonna try and see what we end up with. Kind of go from there. So we'll see.
For what you try,
Yeah, well, it's oiled down, so we
Yeah, I know.
probably won't get another one.
then turn your slip in and go and address this tomorrow.
I know, but there's still a lot of what ifs too.
This is ours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yours.
We gotta make sure the street tires don't hit the headers, and if they do, then we gotta change the headers. Definitely not ideal situation here. They called it after a wreck out there, and I don't know, it feels really late, but it's only almost 8, but that means that it's late. And I gotta talk to the crew. I don't know if the vibration's fixed. I don't even know what it was, if there was one, or if we did fix it. I don't know if we did. We got some other uncertainties as far as the headers and the street wheels and everything, if that's going to work or not. So I need to talk to the crew and see what they want to do. Might put all their answers in a hat. We'll see. So I'm going to check on that, and we'll kind of go from there. All right. So obviously I'm not at sick week right now. I'm back at the shop, back to work. As you've seen, we were struggling, mainly with a vibration. I decided to call it. It was a pretty emotional decision, and cameras were not rolling at the time. So not that if for any other reason, then it we had to make a decision, and we thought about it with the team and just decided it wasn't worth risking the car, my life, someone else's life, or just injury. You know, something came apart or something happened. It's just not worth it. And I don't know. As hard as it was to spend that amount of time getting not only my car ready, but Rick's car and Bob's car and everything ready, and the truck and trailer ready to go, and traveling 1,000 miles to go and just turn around pretty much and come 1,000 miles home. It's a really hard decision to make. But I hope that other people can do that as well. If you think that you're going to have an unsafe pass or an unsafe week or whatever, just save it for another day. You know, try not to hurt yourself or your car, or, you know, just cause more damage than what it's really worth at the end. So as of now, the plan is to get the car on the dyno, the hub dyno. We're going to eliminate the rear wheels and tires from the equation. Also, if the front tires were hitting the headers, that's going to eliminate that, or just the front tires being out of balance. I don't think it's a balance issue. Not really sure, but putting it on the dyno is going to tell you if it's in the drive line or not. So, and if it doesn't vibrate, then we'll probably tune in the new camshaft, especially drivability and everything, and see if it picked up any power. So, with changing the camshaft, but I don't know. I just not an easy decision, like I mentioned, but sometimes you just have to do what's right and live to race another day. So we'll get the car ready and get it ready for the next one would be streetcar bragging rights, and then obviously to get it ready for Six Summer this summer. We're all doing that as well. Also, the car will be at the Autorama at the end of this month in Detroit. So stop by, see the car, say hi. It'll be in Tom Bailey's booth, Sick the Mag. So it'll be pretty cool. We've been there the last couple of years, and when I was offered to come again, I said absolutely. So it'll be a good time. But I think that's like the 28th through the 1st, February 28th through the 1st of March. So make sure you stop by for that also. And yeah, we'll fill you in on what we come up with on the dyno and the future of the wagon.